You have a patient with an upper and lower denture. You place implants, and you're ready to scan, and you want to go to an implant supported fixed option. To try to stay all digital, what you want to do is you want to scan her upper and lower denture outside of the mouth and make sure it's in a correct occlusion, and scan the bite and save that file. You can even export it if you want to. And then what you want to do is, after the implants are placed, you want to torque in your multi-unit abutments and place in your healing scan bodies, and you want to reline the upper denture onto those healing abutment scan caps. You can see how it indexes in here. You can use whatever material you want to reline it, but make sure it seats passive. The most important thing is that this denture is fully seated on their palate like it was previously. So usually what I'll do is I'll take an acrylic burr and burr out all these little spots, and I'll just do a quick wash reline on the top and on the bottom arch, if it's a dual arch or if it's a single arch. What you want, and you can see how it picks up in there. And all you got to do is just scan the intaglio of this surface and make sure it's stitched back to the original scan of the upper and lower denture. That's really all you need to do to scan digitally. Now, this is going to be enough information to be able to get a vertical and mount this and maybe 3D print some teeth, but it's not going to be 100% passive yet. You're going to have to do some type of form of verification. I'd recommend either photogrammetry, and if you don't have photogrammetry, you can go to Row Lab and buy their grammetry kit. So this is a dentured reline, all right? I do recommend taking photos, so these are 2 photos I recommend, and using this scan of her denture, we can actually stitch this back into exocad to be able to get her smile profile and be able to aesthetically wax up her case. Just as the immediate provisional, you can 3D print this in your office or 3D print this with your lab. That's just the upper and lower converted, and then put them in the patient's mouth. So this was her provisional she wore for a while. You can see her midline's off, and that was not sure how that happened, but this can all be corrected, so it's not a big deal. The most important thing is whenever she bites down, she occludes on both sides evenly, and everything looks good. You can scan the bite on top and bottom, and scan her full upper arch, and take more photos. You don't have to use these Coist facial bows. I don't use this anymore. But a retracted and a smile photo, so we can stitch this back to fix her midline. And then what you're going to do is make a new set of provisionals. Now, I usually make, so this is where she started with her denture. This is her teeth right now. I usually give patients 2 sets of provisionals. One's the day of the surgery, and after she's healed for a while, do another full arch scan after the tissues have healed, and give her another set of provisionals, also to correct any aesthetic or bite issues that I might have. But yeah, you can use their denture and scan their denture in to be able to get that. Now, you have to verify this. This is not going to be passive, these prints. So if you don't have photogrammetry, you need to use some time, again, like you can use a grammetry setup. It's also advised if you want to take an intraoral scan of the soft tissue. These are some of the scan healing abutments I was talking about. You can take an intraoral scan of the soft tissues just to get the soft tissue profile, because sometimes these denture scans don't always accurately get the soft tissue enough, so you can also take a separate scan. And the grammetry setup is basically just this verification jig where you screw these individual parts in the patient's mouth, and this grid is completely separate. You put it on top of these little multi-abutment grammetry kit, and then you just lute it with some type of acrylic or composite, light cure it, and remove it. This is your verification for the whole entire case. And what you want to do is make sure you scan that. So you would take your preoperative scan once you have fixed teeth. So I usually would verify this after, after everything's healed. In other words, if you want to convert from a denture, like patients in a denture, and you just want a quick set of provisionals, so I would deliver the first set of provisionals and wait till we're ready to go to finals before I would do some type of verification. So then you want to verify the implant positions are perfect, and you can get your final product. So this is basically the grammetry in the mouth scanned. This is the soft tissue profile with those scan healing abutments. This is the original provisionals that were fixed. This is the new set of provisionals. So we did do it, a denture conversion, and 3D printed it, made a bunch of changes. Then we're going to verify it and make this set. And this is kind of them all overlaid on one on top of the other, and the grammetry in the mouth. So hope this video helps. And again, we would deliver this second set of provisionals. This is what they look like in the patient's mouth. Delivered, verified, and if the patient bites down and they're happy, then we can go to finals. It's that easy.